Good morning, millennials. And welcome back to The Toast. Happy Thursday. That actually feels like so crazy.
Like a Thursday is what it feels like. What day is it? I don't know. For you guys listening, it's Thursday.
Allegedly.
For us recording, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. It is Wednesday. We are recording Wednesday evening. Jackie's in town. Oh, hey, Jax. How you doing?
Hey, Turd. I'm doing good. Jackie's in town. So we're just like...
making the most of it.
And we're very disoriented. So basically, I got into town this morning. That's why I wasn't on The Toast for Wednesday's episode. And then we have a big wig dinner. I've been vlogging my trip to New York. So like all the deets are kind of in the vlog that's forthcoming. But we also did an interview right before this. So I feel it's weird to like be talking with you for the first time when I've been talking to you for an hour.
Right. So we had rented studio space to interview our guests for next week. And
it's kind of a pargy studio, by the way.
I know. And so now we had extra time. We're like, great, we'll use this studio for Thursday's episode. And it's like a little too pargy. It's making like our usual crap look like crap.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a nice treat, but don't get used to my hair looking this color.
The lighting in here, like, could it be softer?
Look at my hair.
It's really upsetting how gorgeous we look.
Yeah.
Wait, so much happened that you and I haven't been able to chat about. The first is we announced our big show at the Hard Rock Live in Seminole, Hollywood, Florida.
Gizno Holiday Spectacular. We're going to Hollywood, Florida.
And if you're listening to this, Patreon presale has begun. So 10 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday, which is today, the Patreon presale begins. So if you're a Patreon member, you will get a code. You will get first access to tickets. And then everybody else, it goes on sale tomorrow, Friday. So if you go to thetoastpodcast.com/tour or just head to any of our social medias, you will be inundated with the link if you're looking for it. And we just cannot wait to see the swirlies there. It's like a holiday themed show. I tried to like promote it on yesterday's episode with Ben, and he was just going on and on about how the last time he was at Hard Rock Seminole, he said it was the last time he's going to be there because they don't give free drinks at the casino.
All I have to say is, okay, like, see you not at the show. What a bright time. It's the right time to rock the stage at Hard Rock.
To Hard Rock the stage alive.
We're live at the Hard Rock. I'm so excited. Also, like, for me, it's kind of like my big hometown hero show.
Oh my God, yes. All your neighbors, because I know how much you like love to hang out with your neighbors. Are they all talking about it?
All my neighbors are talking about it. I know more neighbors are going to be talking about it. I feel like this is the first time we might use our 100 comps just because of the neighborhood. Like, I do technically
have... we didn't use our 100 comps in New York City.
I know we have more family friends in New York, but like, that's the thing about being neighborly. Like, when your neighbor is performing at the Hard Rock Seminole Live, you go and see your neighbor. It's what you do. It's the neighborly thing to do.
Like, I find your tone in which you're talking to me about your neighbors to be extremely derogatory. Like, I don't know what that's like.
No,
I have neighbors.
I think that's like, New York has everything in the world. Like, seriously, everything. What it does not have is like that neighborly spirit. And I think that's fair. You guys don't want that neighborly spirit. Like, seriously, you would spit on it and stomp on it. You'd say, ew, yucky.
Yucky.
No, that's yucky.
Ew, yucky.
But I love my neighborly spirit. I love my neighbors, and I think they'll be there.
I think you need to get one of those lawn signs that says, love thy neighbor. What do you think about that?
I don't need to be reminded of that, but I do want to be the sort of person that's putting that energy out there.
You want to be known for that.
Yeah.
Because you definitely don't need a reminder. The love that you have for your neighbor lives in your heart.
But I want to inspire others to love thy neighbor. So if I ever got a lawn sign, which...
I'm getting you one.
Right now, I don't have any lawn signs.
I feel like your HOA is against it. I haven't seen anyone.
I've seen a couple lawn signs, but I could see my HOA being against it. Maybe you have to like put it in a flower pot or something, like not on the grass.
Wait, I wanted to say something. I meant to tell you this. When we were just interviewing the last person who was being interviewed, like before we came here, Jackie and I had an interview. We were recording this episode, and then we have a dinner. So like we needed to get dressed nicely, and we were trying on a bunch of different outfits. I was trying on, different tops. I needed different bras. I forgot to take my strapless bra off. I'm like weirdly wearing this big jacket with a strapless bra underneath. Like my back will never be the same. There's nothing worse than wearing like a strapless bra when you're a big titted broad, but like unnecessarily, I don't need to be wearing a strapless bra right now.
I'm so sorry.
I could be wearing a sports bra. Nobody would know.
Yeah. Are you wearing a shirt underneath that?
No. So just like you look at me, you see a fabulous, glamorous celebrity, right? I'm silently suffering.
Something that you guys don't see about me is that actually I'm wearing leopard shorts, but just the angle of the cameras and the sofa, you don't really get to see them. So I'm not just wearing like all black because I'm like,
and what if you were
like New York state of mind? It's just so not Jax.
Like
if I was seriously wearing like all black from my chin to my tip of my overgrown toenail. Like, that's just not Jax.
That's
Jax
so
is about color.
As a vibrant redhead, I actually think an all black look looks so good on you because like it contrasts your hair. So your hair looks redder and brighter than ever.
No, like this outfit without the shorts, like it's very inside the actor's studio. Like, that's not your girl Jax.
What's wrong with inside the actor's
Nothing.
studio?
But I am who I am. I'm not an actor.
Don't say that.
I am seriously the world's worst actor, and I know that.
Let's do an improv scene. I love these games. Okay, so pick a place. Where are we?
Because trust, if I had an acting bone in my body, I'd be on the stage.
She would be in Hollywood. Yeah,
I seriously would.
Pick a scene.
We are businesswomen.
What kind of business y'all in? No, come on. Like, where are we? We're at a park. Like, come on.
Okay, we're at a park. And your dog just bit my leg.
Oh my God, Bruno, why did you bite this beautiful young lady?
Your dog's name is Bruno?
Yeah.
So is mine.
Oh my God, it's almost...
Don't worry about the bite, it happens.
Oh, but that's so sweet. Are you sure I can't get you anything?
No, I'm easy.
Are you sure?
I mean, what are you offering?
If you come back to my apartment...
It's an episode of SVU.
I actually can't take you seriously. Like, looking at you like that, like pretending we're not sitting in this studio. Like, we're not.
You're
in the park.
one who wanted to act.
We're literally in a park. There's greenery behind us.
You're the one who wanted to act.
I know. I love like improv games. Do you want to play another one?
This show is improv, by the way. Some people, there might be one person out there who doesn't know.
There might.
That this is improv comedy. Claudia and I do not talk about the stories really or the things that we want to share on the show. We really just let the chips fall where they may.
And I would say
this show should be called The Chip. For a number of reasons.
This show should be called The Chip. Some days, like, we don't, like, script ever, but some days we'll sit and prepare, being like, should we talk about this? Literally, this episode is probably the least we've ever prepared. We just, like, went from one interview to another. We picked the stories.
I've been traveling all day, so I've not been, like, deep. I guess I was on my phone the entire time I was sitting in the airport. So, like, I'm caught up until 8 a.m.
Right.
Anything between then and now, who knows? But no, I actually am caught up on popular culture.
Did you see Anna Delvey got eliminated from Dancing with the Stars?
I did, and we have a Dancing with the Stars story, so we're gonna fit that in there.
Okay.
Because I have thoughts.
Okay, and I asked Ben a question when we were recapping it because I was saying like there's like genuinely nothing more shameful than being the first person sent home on a show like that. But it's like such a great opportunity. So I said to Ben, if you got the opportunity to be on it, but you were going home for the first week, would you rather do that or never get cast on the show?
Go home the first week.
Oh, we both said never be cast.
No, it's very exciting. There's like weeks of press leading up. You got your picture taken. Like
it's a big celebrity moment.
You get to dance on TV. Yeah, why would you pass that up? It's better. Like it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
That's a very grown approach. Ben and I were like, we'd rather literally never set foot on the stage.
And seriously, if you go home the first week, like then you probably are bad, and this wasn't worth doing for more than a week for you.
Our swirly Tori Spelling was also eliminated.
I saw, and of course, like. Her response, in contrast to Anna Delvey's, was so gargy-pargy. Like, it was just like a really hysterical moment for popular culture, which is what we do. And we also
and it's nice
play
when people make it easy for us.
In our big boots.
Jackie and I are both wearing like big boots.
Down the street.
And we were walking. So like we said, we got dressed at 2:00 for
the evening.
Like we won't be home probably till like 8 or 9.
Crazy.
So like leaving my apartment in the middle of the day, like in big hooker boots and like big sunglasses, being like actual prostitutes, it was definitely
humbling.
Wearing
like a leopard trench. Like, yeah, it was like.
It was humbling.
It was given, what kind of business
y'all in? What kind of business y'all in?
That's the theme of our lives. Like, we've got a big business dinner tonight. That's actually why I'm in town. You can hear about it on the vlog. What kind of business you in?
And it's actually like a hard question to answer. I understand why Romy and Michelle struggled in the way that they did.
But they were also like making something
lying.
Up. But
like we have a thriving business. And if somebody ever dead ass looked me in the eye and asked me the question, what kind of business y'all in? What kind of business are we in?
So it depends on the person asking the question and what sort of picture I want to portray to them. And do I want to make it sound bigger than it is? Do I want to keep myself small?
No, let's say it was the exact scenario as the movie. She's like this very simple older woman who has, you know, probably doesn't know what Instagram is.
We do a podcast. That's it. If I'm trying to hobnob and we're in media.
I would say we're in the business of content.
And then if we're talking to, I guess, some Gen Zs, we could still say we do a podcast, but we're influencers because we are.
Yeah.
I think that I know a lot of influencers don't like being called
Right.
influencers. Like, get over that. I think it's a really useful term. Like, if you tell me you're an influencer, like, I know exactly what you do.
1,000%. I don't not like the term. I don't feel like it accurately describes what we do for a living because influencing is not our day job. It's
Right.
just like a benefit.
Right. But for someone who might not, like, who
Get
knows
it.
what an influencer is but doesn't know what a podcaster is,
You
and
know, we're, like,
influencers
so
have
in the
podcasts,
weeds.
like, yeah, those two words are interchangeable. And, like, yeah, influence. What about it?
What's it to you? Yeah, we've got influence.
We've got influence.
Yes, we do. We've got influence. How about you? You're like, sorry, you don't get it. But
No, like, I'm sorry, humble brag.
yeah, it's so true. I don't know why people hate the word.
Influencers, like, they're like, no, don't call me that, because, like, they're just trying to, like, be like, don't look at me, look at me.
But I actually don't think influencer is a. Oh my God, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, definitive, or like, I don't think it's a perfect. That's not the word. I know the word perfect. But I don't think it's the perfect word for a lot of influencers, because I think there are a lot of people who create content and, you know, work with brands, but they have no influence, right? Like, just because you have a lot of followers does not mean you have influence, right? An influencer implies that you have influence.
Okay, but, like, on the whole, aside from those outliers who either bought their followers or they all
but
died,
it's not
or, like,
outliers.
the person moved
It's not
on.
outliers. I would say like half of the content creators who you know and love, who have like a good following, some of them can't, you know, if they wanted to launch a business, like they have no, like, their followers don't trust them to like buy stuff. They just like think it's pretty or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
a big part of being a content creator is, like, some people just follow you for the vibes, like, not for the links, you know, or not for the follows.
Yeah, but I still think that person falls into the influencer category.
I'm just saying it's not a perfect word, because it implies that if you have the followers, you have the influence.
I understand what you're saying, but few things in this world are perfect.
Perfect.
One thing that is perfect.
The toast
Original recipe.
So true.
This is original recipe, even though we're in this really fancy studio.
And it's original recipe being recorded the night before, so you know there's always like a level of like
Night before
crackheadedness.
episodes are done by crackheads like us.
Yep.
We couldn't do it every day because then this wouldn't be like a serious business.
Yep.
It would be a couple crackheads. But once in a while, like,
It's so good.
It's what's needed. And it allows me to travel home tomorrow without having to podcast at 7:30 a.m. Thank you to this studio.
No, we have this gorgeous studio.
Like, look at, why not us? Everybody else with their fancy fucking clips and their 0 listeners, and it's like us.
Oh my God, Chip. Your chip is coming out. Chill the fuck out. Like, put the chip
But,
away.
like, I see, seriously, first of all, my whole Instagram these days is podcast clips, which I just want to say I love.
Yeah.
And we were talking to our guest an hour ago about how, like, people don't have conversations anymore in real life because everyone's so, like, deep in their phone. But, like, everyone's having really good conversations on podcasts, and, like, it's kind of really nice. And
It's
then I
very
see
true.
a clip of it on my Instagram, and, like, I like that sort of content. And everybody's stuff looks really good, and ours always looks good because we're, like, so girly and swirly. But now I feel like one of the others is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, this is actually a studio I have been in many times. I recorded Victoria Fuller's
an
podcast
influencer.
here. I have been here many times, and I see this studio on my For You page all the time. So while it is very parchy and I'm not, you know, making a crack at it, it's not original and violent.
No, and we are violent and original in our work. But today I
Right.
think we're just going to be like substandard influencers. What do you say?
The thing is, I'm so
Should we
down.
do like a bit of,
Holiday gift guide?
I was going to say a bit of wellness.
Yeah. Like, what's your favorite wellness thing of the moment right now?
Like a bit of therapy. My favorite wellness thing at the moment, in earnest,
Yeah, why not?
what do I like? Sourdough is really like my wellness.
I guess it's like kind of wellness.
It's very soothing. It's what I like to eat. It helps me eat healthy. Yeah, so sorry that's like boring and I didn't pop off with that.
You know what I've kind of been loving wellness-wise? And I'm being dead serious.
Okay.
I know you
In
think I'm about
earnest.
to make a
In
joke. In dead earnest. Like, so many of the Lemmy products, I take like all of them. Obviously, hair and nails. Melatonin when I need it, let me sleep. And they have a new one, like it's like a
GLP-1.
Nature's Ozempic kind of thing. Like, I think they're innovating in a really unique way over there.
I
So,
haven't received that PR yet.
well, you're sleeping at my house tonight. I'll give you some.
I would love to try. I am on the PR list. Like, I think it's forthcoming, but if it's not, I'm going to just get it myself because I agree. I enjoy Lemmy.
Yeah,
Not
that's
an
my
ad.
wellness hack of the day.
Not an ad.
Not an ad, no. Just fun fact.
Not us, never.
No, we can't be bought. Today's episode. No, I'm totally kidding.
I think we'll have to like wait a few minutes for
Yeah,
the ad
yeah,
after
yeah.
just
Let's
that
just, like,
stunning
change the
Lemmy
subject.
endorsement. Change the subject. Well, I'm back in the big city. Big
what are your
city
thoughts?
slicker. It's an interesting time to come to New York. It's UN week. And that just...
And by interesting, you mean bad.
It's seriously, you couldn't pick a worse week. So I've just been trying to navigate that. And I'm dealing with it. I am.
You're so brave.
It's okay. Like I'm halfway like through all the traffic I'll need to sit through. So I'm just sort of.
Yeah, you are.
It's just like it's enraging because like when you think about the reason for the season and the UN as a body.
Jackie, I literally did this whole speech on the episode with Ben.
Good, because I don't have it in me.
I know.
I'm too mad.
I know.
Even though it was like less traffic than I expected. I literally flew in at 7 a.m. because I didn't want to like be late for stuff. And it was like kind of a breeze.
She was here so early. Like we couldn't get her out.
I was literally in the city by 9:45.
No, I'm glad you got here early. We had a lot to do today.
No, and it was really nice. So the city is the city, but it's so nice to be with my swirlies.
Of course.
La Familia.
We love having you here.
And I love to see you guys. And I'm seeing Sachi later, and that brings me great joy.
And you saw Romeo.
And I saw Romeo. I think I'm going to take him home with me.
Yeah,
what if I just put Romeo in my purse?
I mean, he's so tiny.
And my purse is big. You saw it.
Your purse is huge. And it kind of matches your purse's like colorways.
Nobody would notice.
I would. That the love of my life has gone missing.
How long would it take you to notice?
A while. Because like Ben is so like on it when it comes to the Romeo responsibilities that it would be a while.
Like I really don't have any like reason to want to take Romeo other than like it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But practically speaking, like I could take him home with me. You're coming down in a few weeks. You could take him back.
I mean, practically speaking, I could stay at your house and take Harry home with me. Like if we're just being practical.
Yeah. But you couldn't fit him in your purse.
No.
Romeo, he's at that purse size right now.
I could fit Charlie in my purse, depending on the bag.
Depending on the bag. Bag dependent.
Something to think about.
Yeah, it is something to think about. What if we just put stuff in our purse?
And we'll leave you with that. So now I think enough time has passed since that last second we needed to like, rejigger.
Yeah. I feel so like not caught up with the fam. You know what I mean?
Do you mean like our personal family or the family that we've built online with our community?
The family that we built with our community. Like I just don't feel like situated yet. Do you know what I mean?
No, actually.
Like all caught up. Okay, maybe because I missed an episode and you didn't.
Yeah.
So I guess I've been vlogging though, actually. So like everything that if you guys were missing me, it's all in the vlog. So I'll just leave it at that.
It exists.
We have to get to our big wig dinner,
We
which
do.
if you want to know like what the fuck this dinner is, head to patreon.com/thetoast.
Yeah.
It's a little meta. That's all I'll say. Now, without further ado, here are the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Splash Refresher. So hydration is mandatory, but boring is not. As you know, I respect water and I understand its purpose and its importance, if you will, in the world around us. But I just am the type of person who needs to spice it up a little bit. Like the amount of water that I drank before I learned about Splash was really... It was alarming. Like, actually, like I should have been hospitalized. That's why I love Splash Refreshers. I don't have an inner dialogue saying, oh, I really should drink this. I just drink it and I like it. So why should you drink flavorless water? Being an adult is hard enough already and it's unrelenting. Splash Refresher is a better choice without the sacrifice. It's delicious, bright, flavorful, and hydrating. And shockingly, it has 0 calories. It is so delicious. You think, wow. Then you see 0 calories and you think, wow, Bethany, wow. So plain water just tastes like the color beige. No matter how hard I try, I'm always just a little dehydrated. And I really can't be bothered with just drinking a boring glass of water. And Splash Refresher is my go-to hydrator. They have such delicious flavors. They are bright. They are flavorful. They have wild berry, which is my personal favorite, acai grape, pineapple mango, lemon, mandarin orange. Super hydrating, super delicious. And again, 0 calories. Now, when I like go grocery shopping, I see Splash everywhere. They're kind of like taking over, and I'm really happy for them. But I want to gatekeep it. Yeah, I want to gatekeep it a little bit.
I feel like as long as you continue to get the credit that you deserve, like it's okay.
Shop now at Sam's Club, Walmart, Kroger, and your other favorite retailers. Today's episode is also brought to you by OpenPhone. One of the most common mistakes that business owners make is using their personal phone numbers for business. But you can't be limited to just your cell phone and notes app to get work done. With OpenPhone, you can stay connected while AI features help you keep your business on track. So OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system made for modern businesses. They empower your business to succeed by streamlining client communication, fostering teamwork with a diverse set of features. OpenPhone works through an app on your phone or your computer, and it integrates with HubSpot and hundreds of other systems. They use AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, so you can have a summary of your phone call with action items right when you hang up. There's no more note-taking or forgotten to-dos. Businesses love OpenPhone. It's easy to manage, it's collaborative, it's customizable, it's flexible, and it meets all of your business's needs. OpenPhone is also rated the #1 business phone for customer satisfaction with over 1,700 reviews, and it was voted best in usability, easiest setup, and most implementable admin. Right now, OpenPhone is offering 20% off your first 20% off your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/toast. That's OPENPHONE.com/toast for 20% off 6 months. So openphone.com/TOAST. If you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over for you at no extra charge. And right now, OpenPhone is offering 20% off your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/toast. OPENPHONE.com/toast for 20% off. That's openphone.com/TOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by HelloFresh. We all know home-cooked meals are so much better for you, but you don't always have time to pull it off. With HelloFresh handling all the meal planning, shopping, and most of the prep, it's easier than ever to get dinner on the table quickly and painlessly. So no more endless recipe searching or spending money on a whole jar of spices just for only a pinch. With HelloFresh, everything you need to make delicious meals comes right to your door. Comes pre-portioned and fresh, plus the included step-by-step recipe cards make cooking simple. So as we all know, like once or twice a year, I try to cook something on my own and it always ends up blowing in my face. Most recently, that beef stew that tasted like crap. And I just need to stick to my HelloFresh. And whenever I do HelloFresh, I nail it. It is actually idiot-proof. And of course, like cooking is way more economical. It's super responsible, obviously way healthier. For me, it feels good to actually cook something successfully. Like, yes, I had a lot of help from HelloFresh. They literally did everything for me. But I can't really understate like the feeling of pride that comes with successfully making a meal for you and your husband, especially when your husband is as good as a chef as mine is. So they have great recipe ideas.
Like
I also
what,
find
like it's hard.
I eat like differently. Like I try random things that I would never try because I'm like, sure, they make it look so good on the website. And you know what? It's always good. And I'm always really glad that I, took that extra kind of brave step into trying something new. So we have a great offer from them for free breakfast for life. Go to HelloFresh.com/free toast. One free breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's only when you go to HelloFresh.com/free toast. You will get free breakfast for life, but only when you go to HelloFresh.com/free toast. That's HelloFresh.com/free toast. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
Thank you, Turt.
You're welcome.
Okay, our stories in no order of importance, if I may. First up, Dancing with the Stars. As you stated, first elimination, Anna Delvey and Tori Spelling were sent home. Now,
justice for Tori.
Why?
Because she's our girl.
Is she?
I don't know. We're always fucking talking about her.
I feel like we're talking about her at the absolute minimum. One can talk about Tori Spelling while doing pop culture.
Really? I feel like if you're like talking about everything within pop culture, like she's really not a major player.
She's just a speck.
I think like if she heard you say that, she would be overjoyed to hear that like her plan has been working.
She's just a speck on the windshield of pop culture.
To me, she's like, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like she's like a gnat
on the windshield of pop culture. I understand. Well, she was eliminated from Dancing with the Stars. So
she must be devastated.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough loss, as was Anna Delvey. So as the show's hosts were bidding farewell to both duos, they asked Tori Spelling like if she had anything that she wanted to say. What will she take away from this
experience?
And she was just, to Tori Spelling, she was just like sent love to her family and her kids, just like, they had to pull the microphone away from her.
That's so Tori.
And then they turned to Anna Delvey and said, what will you take away from this experience? And she said, nothing.
Nothing.
I just want to say, you guys have heard everything I had to say about Anna Delvey this week and like for the past few years. Maybe I was wrong about her. Like, she's kind of a queen. That was fucking hysterical.
It was.
Also, like, she looks gargy-pargy.
I actually had the same exact thought when I saw the clip.
She wasn't. I've seen the courtroom photos of her. Like, she wasn't a gorgeous girl before.
No, but she's been living in New York like ever since she got out of prison. She's friends with like Kelly Catrone. They got her like a facialist and she probably got Botox. Like,
she looks unbelievable.
And she had full TV glam.
She looks like a different person,
especially like
not
the
to say
original
that she
photos of her, like from like the OG days. Yeah,
not to say she wasn't like nice looking. Not to say anything about what she used to look like. Just saying what she looks like now.
She wasn't like strikingly. Like,
no, and also it's important to note actually that she wasn't striking because she didn't get by on her womanly wiles.
Yeah,
like she didn't con people with her looks. That's a different sect.
Which
of
I think
con
like most
woman.
female con women like use their sexuality to con.
Yeah, I think it was actually even more shocking that she was who she was doing what she was doing. The glow up is astounding.
I am in agreement.
She looks amazing. She sounded amazing. I think she might have a fan in me now.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What kind of business y'all in? Nothing.
It was seriously like an iconic moment.
I know, and I think she was I think the entire experience has been like really torture for her. I don't think she enjoyed 1 minute of it. And we talked about this on my episode with Ben, but her partner like made a big TikTok being like, listen, after the first week, I guess she got really bad backlash for being like a terrible dancer. So much so that they couldn't find her after the premiere. She literally went missing, and they eventually found her in the bathroom crying. Like she had read like, you know, people's comments on her performance, and it was overwhelmingly negative, and she just like couldn't help but get emotional. And it's crazy to me that like you can survive prison, but you can't survive like social
Dancing
media
with
comments.
the Stars watchers.
Fanhood.
Yeah.
Well, the Dancing with the Stars followers, like people who've watched the show for years, like people who go to see them on tour, like they're obsessed.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a very niche fandom that I don't know much about. When I meet someone who's like been going to the tour since they were 12, I'm like, what? It's like a thing.
Yeah. Some more Dancing with the Stars news, though, is that Brooks Nader was spotted kissing her partner, Gleb Savchenko, backstage.
And a lot of people are mad because this video is an invasion of privacy. Like some little rat like took it. They literally look like they're hiding in the air conditioning ducts. And they're like about to either go on stage or they just came off stage and they give like a kiss on the lips. And to be honest, I'm beyond relieved because so much Dancing with the Stars content has come up on my social media. And so I see everyone's reels. I've seen every reel that her and Gleb have made together. And if they weren't dating, like that actually is crazy deceptive. Like I'm glad that they are. They weren't just doing it for clicks because that would have been lame.
Interesting. And so he's not like in a relationship. This happens with Dancing with the Stars all the time.
So
someone's
Gleb in
like stepping out of
particular,
their marriage.
He's not stepping out, but like I do think his marriage like recently, like not due to her.
Is he single right now? Yes. Okay. And she's single. She has been like spotted with Tom Brady. I think one time she was rumored to be with. I feel like Gleb is you know, whoever they put with Gleb, they're wanting something to happen.
Except when he was with
like,
Lisa Vanderpump.
She's the eligible bachelorette of the season.
Yeah.
So is Jen, though.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have so many questions about...
So is Anna Delvey.
It's like, it's really enough with Anna Delvey. Like, I can't. I have such like a crazy thought about Dancing with the Stars.
Like my outfit today is very Anna Delvey, don't you find?
Yes. I would like to know if somebody who works at like the show in terms of social media, like... Everybody all day is practicing with their partner. So they're in these studios and all they do is practice. But seriously, they must devote half the time to practicing and half the time to making TikToks. They're each churning out like 5 premium TikToks a day where they're learning these audios. They're learning dances. And I want to know if you have to hit some sort of minimum. It feels like Dancing with the Stars is making them do it. That's how many there are. And I feel like they're literally curating sounds for them to do, curating trends, like giving them a list of things that they have to do before they can leave the studio for the day. Like the amount of content being churned out is beyond natural, in my opinion. Like obviously...
You think it's overkill?
I think that it's like obligatory.
Aside from that, is it too much? Are they asking them to do too much? Like, is it ruining it?
I think it's a lot. Like, I'm enjoying it though, but it's a lot.
All of it?
Not all of it. You could tell, like, and I really feel this way with Danny Amendola. Like, someone's holding a gun to his head, having him do these TikToks because
it's
like,
Sandra saying dance.
No, I'm telling you, I think it's like the rules of Dancing with the Stars because he's just like lip syncing and he doesn't even know what he's saying.
Like, what's Danny doing?
What is Danny doing?
Go home, Grandpa.
I just know that they're holding a gun to his head, being like, you know, you have to sing for your supper. Lip sync for your supper.
But like, why is he in this position? I feel like it's like freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. That's what Danny Amendola is asking himself.
Although Danny Amendola is getting a lot of praise, his performance was really good.
Of course it was, because Whitney's his partner and she's a queen.
Yeah, everyone's kind of really like there are a couple of people who are obviously going to go home soon, whether it's because they're not great dancers or because like they don't have like, you know, huge fandoms. But there are like a lot of really, like Alona Mar is really good. Phaedra's really good. Everybody's loving Joey Graziadina. Like there are a lot of, there's no obvious choice. There's not someone who's better than everyone.
And Pommel Horse Steve.
Of course, Pommel Horse Steve. Danny Amendola really improved. Like, he was actually very good. And Alona Mar made waves because, you know, her thing is that, like, because she's a rugby player. So, like, from a physical perspective, she's really strong. And, you know, the girls get lifted. Ballroom dance is very traditional. Like, the men lift the women. But she's probably stronger than her partner, who is Alan. And in this week's performance, they did a lift. He lifted her. And then they did the same lift and she lifted him. Like, it was kind of iconic. I loved it.
Wow, trailblazing.
Yeah. It was kind of like when JoJo C was partnered with a woman. Even though I feel like you can be gay and, like, dance with an opposite sex. But I think she was just trying to make a point.
Yeah.
Did she win? No, I think she came in second, JoJo. But she was really good, obviously.
I missed her season as I missed the other 32.
Yeah, no, but this one, and by the way, I know so much about Dancing with the Stars. Still haven't tuned into it.
I'm participating from a distance. Like, I'm having fun from over here. I don't need to watch every week, but I'm liking the clips and the moments. And new couples. It's always fun to have a Dancing with the Stars couple.
It is. When it's not out of your marriage, Robert Herjavec.
Right, even though he was separated and very lonely.
Robert Herjavec.
Yeah, it's always someone.
And it's fun when it's like two young single people. Like, that's the whole point. You know, it's fabulous. But when it gets murky when, you know. But so Robert Herjavec's partner, Kim, like, she left the show, right? And she never came back.
Yeah, I mean, like, Artem and Nikki, Artem's not on the show.
Yeah. He's a bad faith actor.
Major.
I know it in my bones.
Yeah, well, she's leaving him.
Yeah, I know.
So that's that on them.
And still no news about John Cena, like, making a grand gesture and leaving his wife.
No, I think he's just seeing where the chips fall.
Yeah, he should start a podcast called The Chip.
The Chip. Yum.
The Chip. You can't see it.
But you can taste it.
Ow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh, my God. I just banged my elbow so hard. And you know what? I have, like, actual trauma from banging my elbow. What was that thing that I had that Dana Holzberg once had, where she like had to lay down in Penn Station? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not vitiligo, because that's the skin disease that Michael Jackson.
Vertigo?
And it's not vertigo either. Visoviga or something. So it happened when I was on the subway, like literally.
Struggling with Visoviga and coccydynia. She's so
By the way,
strong.
my coccydynia right now is so bad. You guys, I said to Jackie on the way here, this is the first time I'm podcasting in 2 weeks without my pillow. And our assistant was like, by the way, I'm bringing stuff from the studio. We needed our mic flags. And she was like, do you want me to bring your pillow? Which was so thoughtful. And I was like, no, it's
It wouldn't
fine.
have been fair if you weren't suffering the way I'm suffering.
I think, well, let's just take a minute.
I'm having like
reassess.
full body pain.
Okay.
It's spreading. It's so bad. Like, and moving, like, honestly makes it worse. It's like when your feet really hurt at the end of the night and you take your shoes off.
You
it's
can't
like,
put them back on.
Yeah, that's where I'm
I
at.
readjusted. I'm better. All that to say, I was on the subway and I banged my elbow really hard. And of course, like, I had the funny bone, like, tingles in my hand. And I proceeded to then have, like, some sort of panic attack, which I'd never had before. And I, like, the sweat was coming from my scalp down my face. I'd never sweat like that in my life. I was freaking out, and then it was like gone in like 2 seconds. And apparently it's called like visovigia or something, where your body, like, you experience some sort of pain. Mine was my elbow, and your body goes into shock. Now, it never happened to me again, but I did learn some helpful tips. If it ever happens to you, clench your fists, like it pumps blood into your heart, like pump.
Yeah, because now you need to do that. You just banged.
Right, and then also start humming. It sends blood flow to your brain.
Let's do a song.
Oh, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm okay
practicing
right now.
for Gisno Holiday Spectacular. Tickets on sale tomorrow on Patreon.
Yeah, surprise song is going to be going off at Gisno Holiday Spectacular.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
To say the least.
We have ideas.
To say the fucking least. We need carolers.
Should we hire a choir? Like a gospel choir?
Yeah, it's me and you.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
When Turdy washed.
When Turdy washed.
She washed her
sins.
I know, it's like, it feels weird to like appropriate like someone's like religion. That's why I changed it.
Oh, okay. So when Turdy washed the floors away.
She's always washing the floors.
She
That's sweeper.
washed the floors away.
Oh, Turdy's day.
Oh, Turdy's day.
Oh, Turdy's day. Holiday. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Fa la la la.
Turd.
Fa la la. Turd.
Not turd.
Turd.
I didn't mean to take a turd on the nice song.
That's okay.
Take
Turd.
a turd.
What were we talking about? Dancing with the Stars.
We were talking about Visoviglia and coccydynia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to bring hard pillows to Gisno Holiday Spectacular.
Oh my God. Actually, let me think. When we were doing Gisno, did I have like any sort of pain in my tailbone?
I do think the adrenaline was coursing through us.
Yeah. But the more we do, the less adrenaline there will be. Like, it'll just be
No, but this is our biggest venue ever. We didn't even tell you guys that.
True.
It's the biggest show we've ever done by far. Plus, with all my neighbors, like, the adrenaline's going to be through the roof.
Yeah. And with all my haters, your neighbors in the audience, like I'm gonna be even more like lit up.
Yeah.
I actually like I don't hate your neighbors. Obviously, I've not met most of them.
Wonderful.
They're wonderful, but like as a group, like collectively, obviously I hate them. Except just know, like when I make fun of your neighbors, I'm never talking about Randy.
And you're never talking about Bruno's dog walkers.
Yeah, that's Randy and her kids. Like I'm not talking about them. Like,
no,
those are my queens and my kings.
Are you ready for our next story?
Mm-hmm.
Lady Gaga announces Joker 2 companion album called Harlequin, but she confirms it's not LG7, it's only LG 6.5.
Okay, so you know what's kind of giving?
Huh.
I wonder if you know what I'm going to say.
Like someone releasing a companion album to their
Not
movie.
a companion, but someone releasing an album that they're saying, like, this is an album, but it's not like the album.
Oh, someone just did that. Luke Combs.
Exactly.
I'll take you with me.
Yeah, he released like a whole album of like songs about fatherhood, and he was like, listen, this is just like where I'm at right now, and I wrote all these songs. Like, obviously it's not like the big rock or country
it's not
album.
like the big next drop.
But like, this is where I'm at. It's Father's Day. Enjoy. And we did.
Yeah, and we are still. So Lady Gaga, actually, you were the one who said that like there should be more. She released Died with a Smile with Bruno Mars, and you said, like, maybe this is part of Joker Fallait Adu. And after weeks of puzzling fans with cryptic social media posts and billboards, it all leads to Harlequin, the companion album to Joker Fallait Adu. Keeping in theme with the Joker's passionate scribbles, she embodied her role of Lee, a version of Harley Quinn, for the marketing of the new album in a series of Instagram posts that read, I'm ready for my interview, don't tell me what to wear, no duct tape, no mission, amongst others. Whatever the fuck that means. I haven't seen these movies. Anyways, original Gaga music is on the way. In a cheeky billboard, she dubbed Harlequin as LG 6.5, with LG 7 still set to arrive early next year. Oh, she's feeding the little monsters.
Well, I think Lady Gaga has a really strong history of writing music for movies. Obviously, A Star is Born. Hold My Hand from Top Gun, literally my favorite song.
That documentary
that she was nominated for an Oscar for with, I forget the song, but yes. So
Diane Warren.
Yes. And obviously she has like major songs always, but I do think her like the songs she saves for movie projects are kind of major. Like they're always really beautiful and really big.
Yeah, well, I mean, to talk about the art of scoring a movie is a really beautiful, big musical composition.
And by the way, maybe this is her way of like trying to get more awards because she's going to be nominated. She's not going to be up against like Taylor Swift and Diane Warren and Billie Eilish. She's going to be up against scoring.
She deserves EGOT. Like, 'cause she is that sort of talent. Now, of course, she needs to earn it. I think that she will earn it, and I totally endorse her, you know, taking time from LG7.
She has an Oscar
to go on
and
this
she has a
journey.
Grammy. She has 9 Grammys.
Does she have an Emmy? She was so close to getting it, right?
This is how close Lady Gaga is.
Does she have
earning
an
it.
Oscar?
Yes. She won for Shallow, and that's why she was like crying.
Okay.
She's halfway there.
She didn't get the Emmy.
No. So, oh my God, why is it so like hard for people to just tell me what she has? She's actually ways away.
She needs E.T.
I think she needs E.T. Yeah, exactly. She has the go. She needs the et.
Tony will be a little tougher. She's going to have to take some time, you know, move to New York.
And I don't know if there's really any way to get a Tony that doesn't involve you doing a Broadway show, like every day on stage. Like you don't have to do a movie to win an Oscar. You can write a song for it. Like, I don't know if there's like a backdoor way to get a Tony. I think they really just give it to like the on-stage actors.
Yeah, maybe she could.
Is there like a producer of the year?
A song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll get there.
Yeah.
Although I don't think that that's actually like a goal of hers. I think some people like they choose their projects based because they want to become an EGOT. Like I actually think Lady Gaga,
she's too much of an artist. She's not about
she's
like,
not motivated by
not about,
shallow things like that.
Wow, you can't spell EGOT without ego. Just saying.
Chilling.
She's not
turd.
She's not about ego.
She's not.
From the same girl who shouted turd.
Right. No, like get you a girl that can do both. I agree. I think she's not motivated by like silly things like that, like vanity. Like I think she really cares about releasing the best work, the best art, the best music. What are you about to say?
Is EGOT all about ego? Sound off in the comments.
Is EGOT all about ego? I like that.
I love that. That should be like a thesis.
If it was a little bit shorter, it could be our title.
Oh, okay.
Putting the ego in EGOT.
Can you have EGOT without ego?
Although I do want to say, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, I actually think as a podcast, we have too many episodes with EGOT in the title. Like, we weirdly have, remember we had like REGOT, like, we... We do.
EGOT, okay.
Do you remember?
EGOT is important because it's someone who's won a Razzie.
Yeah, right. We did EGOT less than REGOT. Like, I actually think we've maxed out on how many times a podcast can put EGOT in their titles.
It's so funny because we're making fun of everyone else for being obsessed with EGOT when it's like
Us.
we are obsessed with EGOTs.
It's us. We're the problem.
Like no one can make one move or win one award without being us.
How close is Elton John to an EGOT?
EGOT tracker.
Actually, Elton John already has one.
What about EGOT tracker?
I bet there's a website for that.
No, like for our title. Just think about it.
EGOT tracker. No, I'm very, very against, as of this moment, unless you convince me otherwise, I'm very against putting EGOT in the title.
What about, I mean, I know how to get it. Like, Turdy for EGOT.
No.
It actually goes against two principles.
Yeah, Jackie doesn't like having our names in the titles.
Too often.
Yeah.
Because it could always be like Turdy and Shirty and Jackson Beck. Like, we could always go off.
I love that. Turdy and Shirty and Jackson Becks. I love it.
We could always go off with the names. Like, we have to, and also it's limiting. It doesn't interest new listeners.
It doesn't.
Like, who's Turdy, who's Shirty, who's Jacks, who's Backs.
Right.
Well, to say, new Lady Gaga music is forthcoming, so that's something for us, the fans. Rah, 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 ah, ah.
Jax is like really feeling delirious. You did have a very long day.
Roma, Roma, ma.
Gaga, ooh la la.
Woke up at 4:30.
When that dance came out, like the cultural reset, like in gym class, the way everybody was doing it, like, and whoever like learned it first and best and fastest was like so cool.
It was like better than TikTok.
It was like the hoedown throwdown of its time.
Yeah, and it was like you slobs aren't going back and back and back on YouTube.
It was better than TikTok. Yes.
Thank you. We were dancing. These high schoolers like think they invented dancing, synchronized dancing. Like we were doing the hoedown. We were doing the ice cream freeze. We were doing Bad Romance.
They didn't see us in the living room.
No, they didn't see us
doing the damn thing,
and they never will.
Those were the days. Like when we used to make up dances, there was such a hierarchy in our family. Like just due to the nature of the order in which we were born, like Olivia was always put in charge of like the activities that we were like. We always would like go do gymnastics, like things we would want to do, and Olivia was like always the coach.
In our family, we have a lot of respect for birth order.
Yeah, like when we were choosing like rooms on a trip, like
I feel like one, other families don't, and two, I think that's probably like a key to our harmoniousness as a family.
It keeps things fair, even though it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, but like with a lot of
you can't fight it.
Privilege comes a lot of responsibility, and I always felt like it was very balanced and like Margot.
Yeah, you would feel that as like 2 out of 4.
Yeah, I guess it like was stinkiest for me and you, and more so for you.
Every now and then we would go reverse birth order, like just to shake things up. Like Margot, who's always getting the shit
in. And it doesn't really change anything for you, and it doesn't really change anything for me because you're never first, you're never last. But we also never had it that bad. Like I think every position can be argued to be the best.
All that to say, like every dance we ever choreographed as kids, like was created, choreographed, produced, styled by Olivia Oshry.
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure for a young kid.
Right, which is why she got to choose her room.
Yeah,
birth order.
We'll let her have it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna readjust my coccydynia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you have something to do because before you continue, what story are we about to get to?
We're about to get into number 3, but I feel good about letting you know.
You sure?
I feel good about letting you know. If I may, let them know that today's episode is brought to you by Huggies Little Movers. Huggies knows that babies come in all shapes and sizes, and their tushies do too. Huggies has more curves and outstanding active fit. Moms know that there's nothing worse than an ill-fitting diaper, especially for your active bebes. Not bebe. I love Huggies because I can rely on them to keep my bebe covered while he moves around. Yes, we love Huggies in our home for our little movers. They are great quality. They have great absorbency. They've got great patterns. They've got great fit. It's just what you're looking for in a diaper.
Totally.
When you are diapering as a verb, and you need the noun diaper. Huggies Little Movers are curved to fit all curves, so my babies feel comfy no matter how much they're moving around, and they're moving a lot. Especially wiggling around Turdy's purse.
I'm trying to get away from Turdy. They need the best of the best when Auntie Cogers comes to town because, you know, they got to cover a lot of mileage running away from me.
Mm-hmm. They also offer 12-hour protection against leaks, which is a game changer. Major key.
Major key.
Get your baby's butt into the best fitting diaper. Huggies,
yes, ma'am.
Little Movers.
Yeah. Aye, Captain.
We got you, baby.
Thank you, Jacqueline Follet, and thank you to Huggies for sponsoring so many of our shows and being just so great for all the mamas out there.
Such a fantastic brand, yeah.
Today's episode is also brought to you by Dr. Teal's. Speaking of fantastic brands, Dr. Teal's is a cornerstone of bath time. When it comes to baths, I feel as though I'm a trusted source and really an expert on the matter, a connoisseur, if you will. And Dr. Teal's has for years been in my bath time routine. I love their products, their foaming baths, their Epsom bath salts. powered by magnesium and essential oils. So like the ingredients are there. Like you're like, what's the difference between that and this crap? Like the ingredients, look at it. They're made with magnesium, essential oils. So it's so good for relaxation. It's also really good for recovery. So I take a bath every day just because like I love it and I find it relaxing, especially before bed. I think it's a great time to unwind. But also because like, after I work out, I think a warm bath, especially with like Epsom salts, is really good for muscle soreness and recovery. And I hate being sore. And I love that Dr. Teal's products are powered by magnesium and essential oils because that really helps with your recovery. You will really feel the difference at the first bath. You'll say like, why should I choose this over something else? And you will understand once you use it. They also have amazing scents. I love the lavender. I think it's really good to unwind before bed. And a lot of times when I can't sleep, I'll take a bath. And their lavender scent is like meant to like lull you to sleep, and I really find that it does. It works so well. It smells so good, and it's great for baths. Like if you're a bath person, you know how important the products you bring into your bath. It's kind of like a sacred space. And I love Dr. Teal's for this. And the fabulous thing about Dr. Teal's is you can find them at Walmart or any major retailer near you. It will be love at first bath. They're pure Epsom salts. They're foaming bath products, and they also have a variety of other wellness products powered by magnesium and essential oils. You will feel the difference with just one bath. So find Dr. Teal's at Walmart or any other major retailer near you. Today's episode is also brought to you by Amazon Live. For those of you who've been living under a rock, Amazon Live is a shoppable video experience on Amazon where you can learn about the hottest products from influencers and creators like myself and shop while you're watching.
Like to itself.
You'll find beauty must-haves, get ready with me demos, live try-ons, and all the latest trends for your Gargy-Pargy swirlies. You can ask questions in the live chat and have fun with whoever it is that you're streaming. And if you like tea, there's plenty of it with reality stars like Kyle Richards, Lala Kent, Paige DeSorbo, who has a new show called In Bed with Paige DeSorbo. She's inviting guests into her bed where they're gossiping, sharing nighttime routines, even cooking midnight snacks that are all, the beauty products, the cooking products, all shoppable on Amazon. Ben and I have done Amazon Lives. I've done tons with Margot. We do beauty ones. Ben and I do cooking ones. We just share because everything in my life is from Amazon.
Right.
High end, low end, like
your boots.
My boots are from Amazon. Actually, and I did an Amazon Live about these boots. It was like they came to our apartment and did one with me and Ben. I loved it. And everybody gets like, it all happens live. So everybody gets like leave comments live and you hear from people who are tuning in from all around the world. It's so fun. And
you hear from me. I'm
always watching, leaving comments.
I'm always commenting.
And it was just like very Rachel Ray when they came and like we were cooking. I loved it. I really did.
You channeled your inner Rach.
I did. And it's just like fun to like watch other people. So I'm always like tuning in. And I also like love hosting them because it's so fun to just like shop and girl chit chat.
And I love shopping.
Right.
And it's just another way to shop.
So you can stream and shop my channel on Amazon Live by going to amazon.com/live/girlwithnojob, or you can enjoy the best of Amazon Live on their new live TV channel. It's on Freevee or Prime Video under the DIY section. You can shop along on your phone. It's fabulous. And thank you to Amazon Live for sponsoring today's episode.
Pargy-lish.
Pargy-lish, some would say.
Well, our next story is some celebrity news, as stories are around here.
Right, it's kind of like what we do for a living.
Jennifer Anniston was swatted. Her home was swatted after a prank call to cops. So
this is like a thing.
This is what the pranksters are doing right now. Like seriously, fucking annoying.
There's an episode of Blue Bloods about this, where like this, the head of communications for Tom Selleck got swatted. It was like a prank, and literally to get swatted, like 50 SWAT teams like show up at your house, flashlights, guns, and you like it's so scary in the middle of the night.
So Jennifer Aniston's LA home was swatted after a call to cops that the LAPD are now investigating. So she had one hell of a wake-up call on Friday evening as law enforcement told TMZ that she was swatted, a growing prank targeting many in Hollywood. Law enforcement tells TMZ that someone called the cops and told a dispatcher he was worried about a friend's well-being, but never mentioned her by name. Per the cops, the caller said his friend was not doing well and supposedly alluded to seeing him on the other side. We're told the caller then asked cops to do a welfare check, providing only the address and keeping himself anonymous. Then they're told authorities stopped by the address just after midnight, where they were met by security who were seriously surprised by their arrival.
Right.
It was during this time that police learned that they were at Jennifer Aniston's home, and cops say they spoke with the actress who assured them everything was okay and that she had no self-harm intentions.
Okay, wait, but that's not swatted. Like the police, that's like called a wellness check. Like, so the police come, but that's like the regular police who like are at the police station at your precinct.
It's not like helicopters.
That SWAT is like when they show up in armed like brink trucks.
Yeah.
So the person who wrote this article didn't understand, and I'm surprised this doesn't happen more with celebrities. Just given the fact,
calling it Jennifer Aniston swatted,
but that's not what it is. But I'm surprised it doesn't happen more, given the sheer fact that celebrities' addresses and like personal information are not protected and they're public info, and you can find it anywhere.
Yeah, but I guess that
when they live in like armed communities.
No, like when you're calling to get a wellness check on someone, like a bit of like should you be able to be anonymous in that? Maybe the police don't have to tell.
I think like actually being able to be anonymous encourages more people to do it, which overall is a good thing.
But why do you need to be anonymous? I mean, sometimes anonymity is necessary, but on the whole, like, if you're doing a wellness check on someone, like, what's the benefit to you being anonymous?
I don't know.
And now, like, the LAPD, I mean, it's the LAPD. Hopefully they could trace the phone number.
Right.
You know, it's
like
giving
it
*67.
It doesn't sound hard. Like,
and figure out who done this. Because this is bad on a number of levels. Like, it's
such a waste of police resources.
It's...
Speaking of waste of police resources,
justice.
I was talking about that today because, like, you're walking through the streets and there's so many. Every 5 seconds you turn around, you hear a police escort. And you just know it's like some irrelevant diplomat nobody's ever heard of. Like if you're just walking through the street, he should just walk to the UN because nobody knows who diplomats are. They're literally not famous. That's a waste of police resources.
Yeah, no, it's like diplomatic fashion week. They really think that they're the shit.
It's diplomatic fashion week and they're getting out of these like literally Kendall Jenner like sprinter vans. Like they actually think they're such hot shit.
Yeah, I'm happy for them. Like, but
this is their week.
Do your job, man.
This is their week.
Earn that immunity.
It's so true. You know, I actually used to live in a building. In my old building, there was a diplomat who lived in that building, and one of the elevators like didn't even go to the floor that they lived on. It was like kind of crazy.
They think they're such hot shit. Like,
yeah.
Seriously, bro, no one's
the
looking.
The one in my building like actually was hot shit. You know which country?
Ah.
Yeah, and so it was like a really high security, like it was legit.
Well, no, there's different tiers, right? Because there's ambassadors, and that's the real deal. I've seen Passport to Paris. Like, that is a big job. True. But then there are...
Every Joe Schmo is a diplomat.
Everyone's a diplomat.
So true.
Like, you get a badge, all of a sudden, you think you're something. And
you know these people are like fucking assholes because they get diplomatic immunity. So, like, they travel and their sons are like assholes who go to bars and like roofie girls, and they get diplomatic immunity. Yeah, I've seen SVU.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about diplomatic immunity, but... ambassadors are legit, and I think they're, you know, it's ambassadorship is so interesting.
No, and it's a really important job. Marjorie Post, when her husband was an ambassador, they were like ambassadors to Russia at like a very hostile time, Cold War vibes.
Yeah, and it's like, I feel like sometimes with an ambassadorship, it's like you kind of give it to someone to get rid of them. Like, oh yeah, we'll send you to Siberia, literally.
But there are a couple key, I think the ambassador from U.S. to Israel is like a really important person.
Yeah, but you could also go somewhere fabulous to be the ambassador.
Yeah, and a country that has like amazing relations with your country and they love you there.
Like you could be the ambassador to Ibiza.
Yeah, I don't know. Ibiza's not a country. Yeah.
But you could choose
to live.
You have to live in the capital. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, there's fun places to go.
And there's, of course, the diplomatic immunity, which I think is a huge benefit for a lot of them.
So what's that about?
You could just like fuck shit up. I think like I don't know if it covers like murder.
Okay.
But it's like a thing
that
I think diplomats have in our country and our diplomats have in other countries, so that you can't ever get held in another country against your will. But did you kill someone?
Just you're diplomatic immunity is a principle of international law by which certain foreign government officials are not subject to the jurisdiction of local courts and other authorities for both their official and, to a large extent, their personal activities.
Okay, but are they subject to any jurisdiction? Do they have to follow the laws of their own country?
Probably, and it's like...
just feels like they don't need that. Like, just behave.
Right, like why you want to be like a big official just to break the law?
It's
like,
weird.
It's counterintuitive.
1,000%.
And it's like, does that apply to laws that they have there but we don't have here? So it's like you're just not used to it. It's a cultural difference, or all of a sudden like no law, lawlessness.
That's what I'm thinking.
Interesting.
And there's always an episode of SVU where like there's some diplomat's kid has a diplomatic immunity and he like sells drugs.
Right. That was just in Perfect Couple. They thought that he had diplomatic immunity. Shaker.
Shooter. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure it was Shooter?
1,000%.
Are you ready for our next story?
Yeah.
Anyways, Jennifer Aniston, I'm sorry. That's like really fucking annoying.
I'm sorry nothing happened to you. Like your security handled it. They didn't even come
in
on
the middle
premises.
of the night, like just like
I'm sure she did. I'm sure they did. I would bet my life she didn't even wake up.
They said they spoke to her.
Oh, okay.
It was a disturbance, and that's annoying. She was annoyed. Headline.
I would definitely like take being annoyed and making like $25 million a year off of a show like I worked on 20 years ago.
Right. But the headline is Jennifer Aniston was annoyed.
Got it. Well, it's not the first time, and it won't be the last, so she better get used to it.
Yeah.
Life is full of annoying things.
So true, Turdy. Our next story is some content news because 50 Cent is setting his Diddy abuse allegations docuseries at Netflix. So
and you know he's been working on this for years.
The doc is here. I love the turnaround time, but it's not even that quick because 50 Cent has been working on this for a while.
Right.
Netflix is producing a docuseries from Curtis 50 Cent Jackson about charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, as well as sexual assault and violent abuse allegations against Diddy. Alexandria Stapleton directs the project, which is currently in production.
I am glad that we had said that, like, this is such a his like a long running thing and so many people are involved. Like it really needs a documentary because a lot of it is kind of confusing. And I'm glad that P. Diddy is a part of it because I do think he has access to things like most filmmakers don't. I would love to hear. What did I say?
P. Diddy.
Oh, sorry, 50 Cent. I would love to hear, there are like certain people who I think really need to be a part of it, Aubrey O'Day being one of them. Obviously, I think P. Diddy will sit down while also being like behind the scenes. I think he'll also be on camera sharing. Oh my God. I think 50 Cent will also be on camera. It's been such a long day. Will be on camera in addition to like being behind the scenes and like, you know, using his celebrity to like ask people to be a part of it.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot going on in like the Diddy stuff, rumors and otherwise. I saw like a comment in our comments like, why aren't you guys talking about the Diddy stuff? Like
people love think we're like a part of like, we're being paid by like big
Hollywood to like cover up their lies.
And I just want to say like, I know what I'm gonna say is like extreme, but like when people say like, why aren't the girls talking about XYZ? Like seems suspicious. I feel like those are really anti-Semitic comments. Like people are like they're a part of like some like Hollywood big like conspiracy like cover up.
Oh, I just feel like
is that like a crazy assumption?
Kind of like just like think highly of us that like we're privy to the
having these conversations
like and in those rooms.
And really, I feel like we talk about P. Diddy. We
talk about it like every few days when there's tangible news. But like Usher deleting his tweets, like it's sus, but that's not a news story.
It's true.
Like what's okay? Like it could be a million things. Then I also saw and Megan Fox deleted her tweets. Like know that she left Twitter like a million years ago. She didn't delete her tweets because Diddy was arrested.
Right.
So then like it gets into like this
the weeds. You have to like pull back a little bit. We're
trying to stick to like the facts a little bit and like when the resurfaced keeping up clip and Justin Bieber was naked at the party.
No, the Justin Bieber like rabbit hole is definitely really concerning if you go down it, which I briefly did.
Yeah, but all's in time.
Yeah, so
and thanks to documentaries like these to like really stick to
the facts,
what we know.
Yep.
And I look forward to watching it.
Agreed.
And I'm grateful for 50 Cent.
Agreed.
Every day, and today especially.
Is no exception.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
I am.
It's a little casting news that has the potential to be really exciting because the Legally Blonde prequel series.
I can't hear any more about Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde
and that
prequel
that are
series
never coming
at
out.
Amazon Prime Video is putting out an open casting call for the series' lead role. It's giving Nikki Blonsky.
We will be getting Nikki Blonsky of our time. Thank you. This is the Gen Z Nikki Blonsky.
However, like it should be Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. She's a triple threat. Although, like, I don't think, like, filming a Prime Video show, no matter how iconic this could be, like, really fits into her schedule of being, like, a pop star.
Not at all. It fits into my schedule of things I want to watch starring Sabrina.
But it's not a musical, right? It's just, like, a show.
It's just a prequel series. So I guess give it to an actress who can't sing.
Yeah, but it's like
me.
A pretty cute young thing.
Who, me?
Literally, pretty cute young thing. I'm like tired of getting updates on like
this is not
Legally
the movie,
Blonde 3.
This is not the movie.
I know, but it's just like don't tell me shit anymore until it's out. I don't want to hear it.
I do agree
it's gonna
with
be
that.
Wicked the movie.
I feel like they're using like our endless love for Legally Blonde against us.
1000%.
And it's wrong.
It is not right.
Because there's not a lot that's pure in this world, but our love for Legally Blonde is
one of those things.
And society's love for it.
So true.
So just like cast your movie, okay? Don't bring us into it.
Yeah, just like get it done.
Get to work.
Get to fucking work, bitch.
Get your fucking ass up.
And speaking of ass, are you okay?
Stretch.
By the way, not me like reading the ads and you going off camera to pick your camel toe. Like I was seriously like you
did it to me.
You expected me not to like laugh.
You got up one time and which gave
I didn't
me
even
the
leave
idea.
frame. I just pulled my shorts.
Well, I know, but I was like, might as well. I have space over here. You don't have space.
That was just like a crazy thing for you to do.
Well, it's been a long day, and I deserved to situate my shorts.
Guys, that's our show.
Wherever you are, situate your shorts.
We're back remotely, regular on Friday. But thank you for being patient with us this week. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast of Millennium Morning Show, where we tell the fast life stories you need to know from Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, give us a video, thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts and where podcasts we found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, Radio, Castbox, all the places where listen to podcasts. Find us. So Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and we will see you on tomorrow.
On tomorrow.
On tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.